Good morning, Gemini folks. It is almost Libra season, so let's take a look at some cards for you guys during this time. First off, though, astrologically, Jupiter is going to station retrograde in your sign during this time. Don't get discouraged. You're going to see whatever growth you've been making, you're going to see that slow down, okay? But this is not, it's not to discourage you. It is to help you kind of review the growth that you've been making and reassess it, right? This is actually, because this is in Gemini's ruled by Mercury, it's going to be a little bit like a Mercury retrograde. Not quite though, but it's about reviewing the growth that you've made and reviewing your plans, reviewing your ideas, and seeing where maybe you have missed a step. Maybe things have been moving so fast that you skipped a few things, or you just didn't see a few things. So it's just a time for review. But that growth is going to slow down. Okay, so just make sure that you keep that in mind as we go through Libra season. When you start seeing that slowdown, it's all about reviewing and reassessing rather than getting discouraged. Okay, Libra season is in a trine, so this is like opening up like connections to others for you as well. So keep that in mind as we go through Libra season. So what can Gemini expect for Libra season as a whole? We have Ace of Pentacles. So look, this is a new beginning. It's a new offer of stability, finances. It's again that review. Like you've made a ton of growth, and now it's time to go back and reassess things. And when you reassess things and you see what was missed in all of the hubbub of everything moving so fast, you can see where you need to start new. You can make new connections with others to move forward and to have like a new beginning once Jupiter does station retrograde, or I'm sorry, direct again. I don't even know when it happens at this point. I want to say it's January, February, but again, it's like a new beginning for you guys. Let's see. Now, keep in mind though that we do have Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde in conflict with your sign. So there are some things that are kind of iffy throughout this time, and it's all about listening to your intuition and making sure that you're not allowing others to, I shouldn't say allowing is not the right word there, but you're recognizing when others are manipulating you or lying to you. Make sure that you're paying attention to that as you're going through the review as well. Let's see, something unexpected for Gemini. Seems like you guys have almost like a fresh start coming almost. Something unexpected for Gemini during Libra season. Strength. So at some point you are going to have to stand your ground. At some point you're going to have to get a little feisty. You're going to have to tame the lion per se. But you guys, Gemini is very good with their words. Very fun, very jokester energy, which I freaking love because I'm a Sagittarius and we are that way as well. But sometimes you got to put your foot down. Sometimes you have to be serious. And there might be some point in time, especially, you can see how she's looking at that Ace of Pentacles. This new beginning might be challenged, right? And you're going to have to put your foot down when it comes to that. So make sure that you're willing to stand your ground. You don't have to keep a light mood all the time. Sometimes you can absolutely be a dick if you got to be a dick, right? But standing your ground, it's not really being a dick. Everybody else just thinks it is, okay? How to stay grounded. How can Gemini stay grounded? We have the Hermit. So again, Jupiter stationing retrograde in your sign is sending you internally. It's having you look inside your own mind, make that internal transformation, reviewing your ideas, reviewing your thoughts and things that are holding you back. So it's all about definitely taking that time to look within, taking that time to do that inner transformation, taking the time to catch up with all the growth that you have been experiencing. When things are moving fast, you rarely ever have time to actually process it. Jupiter being retrograde in your sign will absolutely give you that time to process it. So make sure that you are taking the time to do that. Let's see, an important emotion. What is an important emotion for Gemini during Libra season? We got 5 of Cups. So there may be something that you've missed, or maybe you were so busy that you like weren't there for somebody, or there's some type of regret that may come up during this retrograde in your sign, during that Jupiter retrograde. Pay attention to that. Definitely, you don't want to, you don't want to get lost in it, but you don't want to ignore it either, right? Like, I know that everybody wants everybody to be happy all the time, but sometimes you have to face the ugly stuff. Okay, so this is one of those moments when you're doing that internal work, when you are looking within, really pay attention to the regrets that maybe come up, and take the time to process them. What is something that will inspire? We have the High Priestess, so that intuition kicking in. So the Saturn and Neptune retrograde that are happening in Pisces, it's actually in conflict with your sign, like I said before, but what it's doing is it's kicking up your intuition. It is, and what's happening is your intuition is like, it's at odds with the more happy-go-lucky energy that you're used to. And you can see the way that these fall out, how she's looking up here at this 5 of Cups. It's, your intuition is kicking you, and it's telling you that something's up. It's telling you that, things are maybe not quite right. They're not on the up and up, right? But then your normal Gemini energy is like, I don't really want to deal with that right now. I just want to deal with my stuff, right? But that's Jupiter stationing retrograde there, and it will go back into a square with Saturn. There's going to be some intuition pretty much kicking you down, not kicking you down, but like banging on the door saying, hey, you need to pay attention to this. You need to pay attention to the past, to the regret. You can't just let everything go. You actually have to process the stuff. It's going to show you where maybe you just weren't paying attention. You didn't want to pay attention. You were trying to avoid dealing with some stuff, right? So really make sure you're listening to your intuition. This is now the 3rd one I've done this morning, and this is the 3rd time that this has been, something like this has been the message for the inspiration. Learning how to trust your intuition is incredibly inspiring and helps you move forward more productively in life, because once you've learned that intuition is correct and you learn that you can trust it, moving forward, listening to your intuition, things start to fall in place much easier and much better, okay? So make sure that you're listening to that inner voice. Spirit guides speaking. Boy, that one really jumped out with that Queen of Pentacles. Take the time to, whenever you have like a moment where you're feeling comfortable and abundant and just stable, that is your guides telling you that you're in the right place. It's your guides telling you that you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. If you're feeling out of sorts and you're not feeling stable, you're not feeling abundant, ask yourself why and listen to the intuitive answers that come, right? That's going to help guide you. If you are in a space of comfort and stability and feeling abundant, and that is not always money. Remember, abundance can come in a lot of forms. That's when you are where you're supposed to be, okay? And how to best support yourself. How can Gemini best support themselves during Aries season, or Libra season? All right, we have, second time this has come up too. The Hermit was how to stay grounded. The Moon is how to best support yourself. So listen to those inner voices. Definitely make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition. You are facing the fears that come up with it. You can't hide from the past forever. You can't hide from emotional turmoil forever. You have to face it. I mean, you can, but usually people turn into assholes. when they do that. So it's best to face it head on. It's best to deal with it. It's best to get in your head and work through it and do what you got to do to get through it, because the way to the other side is through it, not around it, not over it, not shoving it in a box in the corner recesses of your mind and pretending like it never happened. It will always be in your subconscious until you actually work with it and you deal with it. You learn what your triggers are. You learn how to acknowledge them and recognize them and work with them. That's the biggest theme that I am seeing here, is finding like this new you, this new sense of stability and abundance and comfort in yourself through the inner work, through listening to your intuition, through focusing and facing your past and your past emotional issues, and definitely standing your ground. And like I said, being a dick if you got to be a dick in order to stand your ground, okay? Bottom of the deck is Queen of Wands. You are manifesting something. There, you are looking for that inner light, that inner fire, that inner passion. You're looking for the thing that gives you that and that feeds that fire. So keep at it. Do that inner work. Make sure that you're really looking within to find out what it really is that feeds that fire for you. Okay, so let's pull some clarifiers on the Ace of Pentacles here. Clarifiers on the Ace of Pentacles. There's a real common theme happening in these readings, actually, of listening to your intuition and standing your ground when it comes to moving forward for yourself and planting the seeds for yourself. So just keep that in mind. This is a universal theme that's popping up here for every sign, okay? So Ace of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess. So there's a confirmation. This is our second time of the High Priestess showing up. Listening to your guides, listening to your intuition, and being willing to receive the messages and accept them as they come in. Okay, and we have the Knight of Wands. So this is very much taking action on that intuition. Okay, you're feeling inspired, because this is the inspiration card here, something that will inspire you. Feeling inspired by that intuition and taking action with it. Okay, let's do one more. And the Tower. So there may be something that happens or something that has already happened that has really shaken things up in your world, that is leading you to this place of listening to your intuition and following your own path for yourself. And Five of Cups on the bottom. Again, we had Five of Cups here. So we've got this confirmation of making sure that you are actually dealing with the past hurts, the past pains. You're looking within and you are dealing with them, facing them head on, and transforming them into something productive. Okay, so let's pull you guys a couple of oracle cards as well. What is influencing? Oh, we got two of them. Peace and union. Oh, I love this. So even though we've got a Tower moment here, and we've got this looking within and facing our emotional past and our emotional struggles, there's a peace in that, because I'm still seeing this theme here of finding stability, right? So finding peace in your past and making sure you're not shutting everybody else out as well. So it's like there's other people in your space here that could be also helping you along, helping you on your path forward. So make sure you're not shutting others out. What is the advice for Gemini for Libra season? Yeah, faith. This is very big on this one. Have faith. Make sure that you are not letting go of your faith of the future. When you start listening to this intuition, everything's going to start falling into place. It's going to be hard, but because not only do things start falling into place, but a lot of things also start falling out of place as well. So make sure you're listening to the intuition. You're having faith in yourself and your decisions and your ability to work on yourself and actually face the ugliness head on, okay? We have healing on the bottom. So definitely making sure that we are taking the time to work with ourselves internally, to work with our past and get through the things that we need to get through so that we can have a better, more stable future for ourselves.